Yeah, welcome to my channel. We saw the Lakers lose yesterday, last night, and of course getting swept by the Denver Nuggets. Not taking anything away from the Denver Nuggets, but the real question comes down to this: is LeBron at fault for the Lakers being swept? Now, from a player perspective, you can't put it entirely on him. From a player's perspective, you can't put it entirely on him because one of the things is the man did a lot. Yes, put it bluntly, the fourth game he actually had 40 points. He had put up 40 points. Can't be on him entirely for that. So let's not forget that. So 40 points should have been enough if the rest of the team showed up at that point as well too, AD and such. So the thing is, you can put it on to the fact that it's possible, not possible, but it's more of a case where you know the rest of the team was not apparently in the game per se, especially D'Angelo Russell. Sorry to say that, but D'Angelo Russell was not in the game. Reeves at least was doing decent enough and such, but AD, honestly, this is the thing where it's one of those things where if you get the right AD, you go you win. You get the wrong AD, you lose. So I don't know. So I think in this case, from a player perspective, I don't think it was LeBron's fault. However, that's from that perspective. Overall, organizational wide, you could put the blame on him completely. Remember, this is a man that came onto the team where when they traded for him, they traded a bunch of people for him, basically, essentially, and as well as to the point where not traded, but pretty much when he came, they traded quite a number of players to fit his need, basically. Let's put it that way. He blew up. He practically blew up the team. Practically blew up a bunch of players. I mean, you had Randall coming to the Knicks, which semi happy about, and such Kuzma and such. All of them over there to the point where um, it's a case of who's he was pretty much, and even coaches as well too. He was even directing for the coaches. He was like, I want this coach instead of this coach, etc. I mean, did he warrant that ability to have that say into player personnel as well as coaches? It's a possibility, but let's put it this way: Jordan with Rodman, with Kukoc, I don't know how much say he had. That he might have had a little bit of say or a lot of say, of course, but definitely with the coach, he definitely had that say. Phil Jackson respected Phil Jackson, kept Phil Jackson. Same thing with Scottie Pippen. Dennis and Tony Kukoc, I think that was more Kraus more than anything else. And so Jordan didn't really have to say anything, but he accepted it and let them come on board. And you know what? He's like, you know what? You guys have to adapt to me. I don't care. Get the best players out there, but they have to adapt to me. And they did, right? They did. They did. This situation, LeBron wanted people where he's like, I want to build for my buddies, my friends, and all that stuff, like getting Carmelo, etc. Basically, at that point, to the point where the Lakers have surrendered a lot just for a bubble win, just for a bubble win, and now that bubble win is looking more and more like an asterisk to them, basically at that point. Because quite honestly, you are seeing it now. Basically, would they have won in 2020 if the season was as such? 2020 was a season like this season, basically, where you had full player, full fan, yeah, basically fans in the stands at that point. And it sounds like they wouldn't have won at that, to be quite honest. And the aspect was as well too is would there be distractions and such? I mean, that would be the case. The same thing here. So that situation, the bubble seems like a fluke for Cleveland at that point. Now, we're not going to take anything away from what he did with Cleveland, but then again, they built up a lot of, they built a lot of capital, personnel in that side with Kyrie Irving and such. In that point, that you know what, it made sense for them to go to this, to the finals two years in a row. In this situation with the Lakers, it's showing basically you know what, he drove this team, he drove the personnel to go for these players, and that's it. He was the one that pushed for West. He pushed for Westbrook. He pushed for Westbrook, and what happened? It was a failure. Get rid of him. We need someone else. They went and got D'Angelo Russell because they were not going to get CP3. The man wants CP3 or Kyrie. He's not going to get Kyrie or CP3. The Lakers had no one to give to the Nets to get Kyrie. Uh, If Kyrie had come to the Lakers, would it be a different story? Maybe, but I doubt it, quite honestly. This is the thing where I want to say is let's not put it on them basically, but quite honestly, I'm gonna say that it was LeBron's fault. It was definitely LeBron's fault. Um, it's all on LeBron at this point. Um, this is for this sweep. Now, some could say, whoa, wait, but he brought him to the conference finals. Yes and no. As a player, he did, but let's not forget, it was mostly AD. If no AD, they're not there. They're not here at all. They don't beat the Golden State Warriors. They don't win in the play-ins, etc. Basically, so or they don't even beat the Grizzlies for that matter. So in this situation, I think this is something where um, is LeBron gonna be sort of pushed out of the Lakers? I doubt it. I doubt it. But you're seeing his skills diminishing considerably at this point. I mean, he can't do this for like 82 games straight or 80 games straight for that matter. Um, Sorry, 82 games. The man can't do this like in the playoffs quite often as well too. Quite honestly, so let's not forget that. So I'm gonna put it to a point where like this: if I'm a Lakers fan, even though I'm not, but if I'm a Lakers fan, we have Reeves. The question is, do you resign Reeves? I don't know. D'Angelo Russell, you get. There was a reason why you got rid of D'Angelo Russell in the first place. There was a reason why you got him and pushed him off to the Knicks. I mean, not to the Knicks, to the Nets. Sorry, you pushed D Russ to the Nets. He didn't fit well with the Lakers. Randall didn't fit well with the Lakers at that point. Now they left all the teams. The question is like, if the Lakers were patient enough, could they have gotten, could these players have developed at that point? And with the right coaching staff as well too. It's a possibility. I don't know. Um, so honestly, I will say this: if I'm a Lakers fan, I hate to say this, you know what you got to do is basically it's like, you know what, blow up the team and rebuild again, just rebuild. You know what you did? You rebuilt with Kobe at one point. When you were in the rebuilding phase, you got Kobe. In this case, you didn't rebuild with LeBron. He just came there basically because he wanted to be an LA star. He wanted to get into movies and all the other aspects as well too. The guy's more of a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, Cleveland Cavaliers by heart anyway. So you know what? If I'm LA, you know what? Go ahead and trade him to back to Cleveland. The question is, what do you do with AD? AD's just around close to ending his prime years in a way. I mean, he's only 30. Yeah, he's 30, so he's probably got another 3 more years to go. If I'm the Lakers, I try and get maybe Damian Lillard if possible. Um, yeah, if you get a Kyrie Irving, the question is, can Kyrie and LeBron and AD work together? Because at that point, what are you giving up? Because the Mavs are going to try to re-sign Kyrie as well too. They're going to give him a max extension. If Kyrie's like, I want to go with the Lakers, honestly, that's a mistake on Dallas's part at that point, not knowing, anticipating that stuff. But the reality is I do say this: um, if they were to get Damian Lillard, the Lakers, that is the Lakers, that would be an impressive feat. Um, because you got a man that can score, can shoot the outside shots. AD being inside, those two together would do wonders at that point, quite honestly, for the Lakers. If I'm Portland, you know what? Maybe trade your. I don't want to say trade your third round draft pick. I'm not third round, but the third pick in the first round. But maybe get some other people to whatever it is to bring AD onto Portland at that point. Because you know what, you get AD at Portland with Damian Lillard, it changes the dynamic of Portland completely. They just go up at that point as well too. Kyrie, if LeBron stays, Kyrie were to sign with the Lakers, yeah, their stock goes up. But in reality, I think Phoenix still becomes the team to beat at that point. Quite honestly, though CP3, it all depends where he's at that point. Um, honestly. Um, if it'd be good if CP3 were with LeBron, but I doubt that's going to happen. Um, and I don't know. Let's see what Golden State does as well too. But again, with the fact that you've got um, this man right here, basically, I don't know what to do with him. Basically, he's like, do you keep him? I mean, it sounds like he wants to retire, but based on yesterday's conversation, but the man's not retiring. The man is staying. He's going to stay. He even said it himself. I want to play 1 year with my son, his eldest son at least. He's going to do that. He's going to wait for a little bit. The real question is like what's willing to do at that point. Uh, will he be a coach? No, he's going to suck as a coach. I think he's going to try to be a owner of some sort, or minority owner stake in some basketball team, and football and baseball team. Let's not forget that. Because this is a man that loves sports. I'm like, he's got the money now, so he's definitely going to try to do that. Um, in the stages of between. Oh, but the other factor is, let's not forget this, is like everyone's still comparing him. Who's better, him, Kobe, or Jordan? Which is the best? I'm from the old school. I'm going to say Jordan. Jordan is the best. The reason why I'm going to say that is because, first and foremost, um, Jordan is the one that has yet to lose in a 7-game series. He's never lost a 7-game series. Now we'll say, okay, wait, he did lose a playoff game to the Orlando Magic in '95. But let's not forget, this man just came back from baseball. He just joined basketball again, rejoined basketball with 20 games to go. So like the man's skills were not in place at that point. So let's not forget that. And let's not forget, the year later, they had almost the one of the best records at that point. And of course with Ramen, but it showed that like they were not going to lose again since, and they've yet to lose a playoff series of that nature. How many playoff series has Jordan lost? One out of all this play. Well, actually, no, that's not true. That's not entirely true. I can't say that. I cannot say that. Um, in the playoff records, I think Jordan has a better percentage than LeBron and Kobe, of course. Now, between Kobe and LeBron, let's put it this way: Kobe and Jordan have won their championships with just one team. LeBron, 3 different teams. He had to go to 3 different teams rather than staying with his one team that he drafted him and like build around him basically. He wanted like the triple threat team basically. Uh, the real sad part is like Carmelo Anthony retiring yesterday, or announcing his retirement. Could have been that big three at that point. Carmelo could have had his ring at that point as well too, but he didn't get it. Because why? Carmelo had signed for a 5-year deal 2 years prior, so he could not opt out like LeBron and Bosh could at that point. Um, if LeBron, I mean, if real question is this: is like if Carmelo was with D Wade and LeBron at the what's that called? With the Miami Heat, where would they be? Honestly, they'd probably be, instead of two championships, they probably would have had 4. Because remember, the first time they went, they lost to Dallas. The second time they went, they won. The third time they went, they won, and the fourth time they lost to Golden State. So honestly, they probably could have had 4 rings right there, maybe 5 for that matter too. They could have had 5 rings. LeBron could have had 5 rings right then and there, basically, and then going back to Cleveland, probably a 6th ring at that point, and one up or tied with Kobe. Coming to the Lakers, 7, so like tying with Jordan at that point too. But in reality, is that wasn't happening. I mean, with Kobe, he has like 5 rings at that point. And I'm like, LeBron only has 4. Sorry, Lakers, Cleveland. No, yeah, only 4 at this point. So he wants that 5th ring to tie with Kobe at least. I think everyone wants the 6th ring to tie with Jordan. But reality, I don't think that's kind of the real question is like, can anyone actually tie Bill Russell? That's the real question. Can anyone tie Bill Russell? I don't think there's anyone that's gonna do that at this point in time, unless you've got a team where you draft like it could have been the Tatum Brown thing, quite honestly, but I'll talk about that much later. But like honestly, yeah, LeBron. Let's put it back. Let's bring it back. Basically, I've gone off a little bit, but let's bring it back with LeBron. Um, the man, he basically caused. I don't want to say the demise of the Lakers, but he was partly or mostly responsible for their sweep. If not for the fact is because not as a player, but more the personnel that the personnel was chosen at that point. Let's see what happens at this point. With that, I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think, and if you guys disagree or disagree, integrate, or whatnot. Sorry. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Whether do you think LeBron was at fault for the Lakers losing it, getting swept? Do you think LeBron wasn't at fault? Do you think that LeBron actually hurt the Lakers organization by sending them back a bit because of the fact of like all the draft capital they've lost and all the talent that they've lost? But with that, I'll leave it at that. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you enjoy my content, enjoy my videos, enjoy my channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like or dislike. It's up to you. If you do like it, it'll be great. I will actually know what to focus on a little bit more on my channel. Again, please leave your comments in the comment section. I do read all my comments. Also, at the same time, I do know what to do and what to say. Sorry, not what to do, what to say, but I don't. I would like to like feedback to know where I should focus on and make it better, my channel better. And with that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed. Until next time.